With a broadcasting career spanning more than 30 years, Ron Van Dam has done it all. So it's a damn shame that he can't remember most of it. You know, the 80s were a little hazy for all of us. You're listening to The Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Ron Van Dam is an experienced talk show host. Do not attempt to try this at home.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Okay, sure.
Hold on tight. Things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program of enormous proportions. Look at the size of this thing. I'm Ron Van Dam. That's the name that's in the title of the program itself. I feel some responsibility as far as that goes. So that's about it. Make yourself comfortable. This won't take very long. Drop your pants and bend over. It's like that. Sorry, I didn't ask for you to clear the children from the room. I should have done that first, but too late now. I do not promote the use of alcoholic beverages in order to enhance one's experience in any way, shape, or form. But in this case, listening to this show, it's a good idea. Not for the children. Not for the children. Not yet. Not until they're 17. 16. What is that now? 21? I don't even know. It's interesting. As soon as you get your license to drink, you get your license to drive. The combo's weird. What? You get your license at 18 now? 12? You can get your license at 12? I don't know. Okay. Look. Welcome to the show. Make yourself comfortable. Seriously. I'll be passing around hors d'oeuvres virtually. You can do anything. You can make any promise you want, but then if you say virtually afterwards, it's like, oh, it's not going to really happen. No, it's not. It's virtually going to happen. So it's not going to happen and for real. No, virtually. I don't understand what that means anymore. I don't. I'm from a different generation. I don't know what you call the generation. I think it's Generation P, because that's what I do at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's my generation. Generation X, W, I don't know what you call them. I guess I was a baby boomer, sort of, in the booming end of it. I don't know. I don't even know what I am. I don't define myself by any kind of region or grouping or anything like that. I'm an individual person. I have my own name. I have my own checking account. I own a car. I don't belong to a group. But Ron, you have group insurance, don't you? No, I have individual insurance. No, it's not group insurance. No, it's not. Anyway, look, I'm arguing with myself. That's kind of sick. I like stand-up comedy. I used to do it myself until I realized that's going nowhere, and I'm putting myself on the line by standing up in front of hundreds of people and telling jokes and stories, and my entire career is based on their reaction to me. I realized that's not a good setup. That's not a way of success. It is for some people, but have you noticed that comedians are terribly insecure people? For the most part, not all. For the most part, you can't judge. You can't judge. Don't judge. They're insecure. They are needing love and acceptance. I used to think I needed that until I realized I'm not getting it anyway. So why even go for it? Let's set our sights on something else, shall we? But anyway, I don't know. So I'm watching these comedians, and they're all not funny. Most of them are cursing too much. Any comedian that curses a lot, they think they're doing it for reaction purposes, but what they're really doing is saying, I'm not funny enough to actually be funny, so I have to throw curse words in there in order to make me look like really cool, like really like, oh, this guy's edgy. And anytime a comedian curses too much, it's always like, I'm not interested here. I'm really not interested. And that's people in real life too, the real life, not virtual, the real life. When I used to have a friend, that's the end of the sentence. I used to have a friend who cursed a lot. Everything was an effing something. And it had nothing to do with the act of effing. Because effing is, you know what that is. It had not. It, you know, I picked up the effing ball off the ground. What? Why are you cursing out a ball? What are you doing? Then they use that word for everything as an adjective, and it's just like so stupid and draining. And you're showing a lot of anger when you curse. Cursing is supposed to be for specific things, like when you drop a large weight on your toe. That's due a curse word. You know, probably. Beyond that, someone that really upsets you, that maybe is due a temporary curse word. But to use it all the time for everything. So I was eating my effing lunch, and the effing phone starts ringing. And I said, who the F is that? All right, look, that's too much. It's now when you're talking, you are basically showing that you are densely populated. Okay. So I'm watching this comedian, and it was a young lady. And she wasn't necessarily what we call the Valley Girl, California kind of thing. She's just a normal lady, a housewife, and she's complaining about her husband. See, comedy is you complain about your husband or your wife or your spouse or your children. That's comedy. It's so funny. Gee, I've never heard that approach before. What is that, new material from the Dark Ages? Anyway, this comedian is talking the way that some of the younger folk in the younger generation have accepted a pattern of talk and expression, and it bothers me. The word like was created by Jesus in order to say if you enjoyed something. I like that. I don't like that. Then they took it to social media, so everything is either liked or not liked or unliked. I unliked it. You liked it, but then you decided you didn't, so you unliked it. No, you just don't like it anymore. You're not unliking something. Anyway, that's what the word was formed to mean. However, now it is used in the replacement of the word said. For example, because I work by examples. He said, I'm going down to the store. The way it goes now is, he's like, I'm going down to the store. No, like isn't saying anything. He was liking that. He was liking what? He went like, I'm going down to the store. Did he say that, or did he say something like that? He said like, I'm going down to the store. Did he say I'm going down to the store? Yes, he said like, I'm going down to the store. He said, no, he said something like that. Did he say, I may be going to the store a little bit later? Was it like that? No, he said like, I'm going down to the store. That's what he like said. Oh, that's what he like said. It's just, I don't know how to say this, but it's just wrong. They created a language that is contrary to what the language was when I was speaking it as a younger person. I'm like, there's nothing to that. I'm like, you're like what? I'm like stupid is what I am. I'm like unable to talk properly. Then there's another word that is used in that vein, and it is the word go. That's where you're going somewhere or you're going to go. But now we use it in replacing the word says. And here's the example. He goes, I'm going down the store. Oh, he goes, he's going. Huh? Yes, he goes, he's going. He goes, he's going down to the store. I see. Now, down to the store is also a stupid phrase because I don't know where the store is. Oh, it's down there. What do you mean it's down there? What is it, in hell? You're going to the store in hell? Assuming that hell is down. It's the center of the earth, I assume. We say things that we're so used to saying that we don't understand that we're not. It doesn't make any sense. Well, I'm going down to the store. He goes, I'm going down to the store. I go, I'm going down to the store. You go, you're going. I go, I'm going. And it's down to the store. When do you ever go up to the store? Oh, when the store's on a mountain? But it never is. The store's always down in a valley or a gully or something. I see. I'm going down. Yeah, you're going down, all right. He goes, I never go fishing. He goes, I never go fishing. I went, why don't you? He goes, I went, and then he goes, maybe I should stop fishing. And I went, maybe you should. And he goes, and I went. It's like I like that. You like that? Yeah. I like that. You like. Is that double negative? Michael Jackson started this shit. I'm telling you, he really did. Mike, I'm sorry what happened to you. He's no longer with us, apparently. He went down to the store, apparently, and never came back. Had he gone up to the store, he goes, I'm going up to the store, he would have survived. But he's not with us anymore. And I know he had a lot of things attached to his personality as a question as to his sexual orientation and his great love for the youth. Whether it's true or not, who cares? I mean, he likes children, that's fine. I don't, but apparently he does. He is my Antichrist. Anyway, and by that I mean he's opposite me. Michael Jackson started a phrase, started a thing, and he goes and he says, he didn't say, he went. He went and he goes and he likes. He said like, he said goes. He goes like, he says, that's bad. Oh no, I'm so sorry. No, it's bad. I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had such a bad experience. It was bad. See, when Michael Jackson says it, bad means good. Oh, did you enjoy the movie? It was bad. Oh, do you think I should see it? Absolutely. Why do you want me to see a bad movie? Because it was bad, man. You want me to see Batman? No, it was really bad. You should see it. What are you wishing bad stuff on me? Always. See, bad meant good. So if something was really good, then it was bad. But what if something was really bad? Like, oh, that was a real bad experience. Oh, you liked it, huh? No, it was bad. It was horrible. But you said bad is good. I know. I'm confused. And that's what I don't like. And the double negatives. Oh my God. I don't not like that. I don't understand what that you just said. I don't not like that. So you do like that. No, I don't not like that. Double negative, you got to understand that when you had a phrase, you had some dueling words going on there. Well, it's called double negative. See, people don't know how to talk anymore. And I'm in the talking business, and I don't know how to talk. Maybe I know how to talk too much. Maybe that's the problem. couple of days ago, I did an episode on verbal diarrhea, and some people didn't understand what that was. It doesn't mean that it's an anal problem that comes out of your mouth. It's not what it means that there's people that talk too much. They can't stop talking, so they verbally are just running on and on and on. And you've heard of run-on sentences. This is like run-on everything. And they just don't shut up. And what I do now is I carry a little buzzer with me. It's a little buzzer, and it makes a buzzing sound. It goes, and when someone's talking too much, I ring the buzzer, and then they stop talking, and they say, "What was that?" And I say, "That was my buzzer." And it stops the conversation on their part big time. And if they ask why I did that buzzer sound, I have to be honest. I can't be virtual about it. I say because it was the only way to stop you from talking. Also, I believe with what I just did with the buzzer when you were talking, I believe our friendship is over. We didn't have a friendship, and we're not going to. People who just talk incessantly are obviously just talking to hear themselves, or they're uncomfortable with any kind of silence during a relationship with somebody else. So they have to fill it with their own words. Their assumption is always that their stories that they are relating to you are far more interesting than they really are. They don't know. They think everything that they say is like incredibly interesting. I guess that's what I'm doing here, only I'm doing this professionally, so it's different. And also, you can buzz me at any time you want, and I would understand totally. Again, I did stand-up comedy for a period of time. I got buzzed a lot. Yeah, I had a drink now and then. Anyway, I have an interesting guest coming up today. And we're going to talk about timeshares. When I have a guest on the show that I disagree with, I don't disagree with them necessarily in a very vehement way during the interview because I believe that everybody has their own views on things. And I am not going to tell you how to feel about something. I myself wouldn't touch a timeshare with a 10-foot pole, and I don't know what that means. I wouldn't touch it with a 20-foot pole or even a 2-foot pole. I would not do a timeshare. I have heard from so many people I know that they couldn't get out of it, that they regretted doing it. And then there are other people who say it's the best thing in the world and they still have a timeshare after decades. So it's really up to you. I personally don't get it. I don't want to go to the same place all the time every single year and pay fees for it. And you're saying, Ron, timeshares, you can arrange to swap timeshares with somebody who lives in a place that you want to go to. I say, okay, I can also do that by getting a hotel room. So, and I might find a really good deal as well. Well, Ron, with timeshares, you're getting more of a, what are you talking about? Most of the timeshares are in hotels. What are you trying to tell me? So I disagree with it. But there are people who love it, and therefore I shall now talk to this particular guest who is not hearing me do this at this particular junction. But that's just my opinion. That's all. You do what you want. See, I present stuff. I give my opinion on it sometimes, and you do what you want. I don't. If you did everything that I told you to do, your life would suck royal. So avoid that. Don't ever take somebody's advice 100% of the time. You're into a horrible road, and you're losing touch with yourself, your own feelings, your own reactions, your own emotions. If you watch 24-hour news channels where they take a news story and they break it down with experts and they sit there for 2 hours to talk about a cat in a tree or something, and they tell you how you should feel about something, change the channel. It's not what it should be. They should report the news and then shut up, and then you react the way that you do in your small, tiny world. That's the way it should be. You shouldn't listen to people tell you what to do or how to feel. My God, this is how you should feel. Never, ever, ever this is how you should feel. Okay. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, my guest will be joining us. We'll talk about timeshares at that point. What a great idea that is, huh? Yeah, let's do that.
There is dining out, and then there is the dining experience. Giacomo's on the waterfront is the ultimate dining experience. Our unique crescent-shaped dining room, designed by world-renowned architect Shai Feng, offers a perfect, unimpaired view of the sparkling waters of the harbor from every seat through exquisite floor-to-ceiling windows. Allow our award-winning maitre d' to show you to your table, dressed in supple Belgian linens and elegantly set with the finest imported Limoges china and high-quality sterling silverware handcrafted by the master himself, Sebastian Franck. Each place setting is garnished with a delicate bouquet of flowers, freshly cut mere moments before you're seated, from our fully sustainable on-premises greenhouse, overseen by master horticulturist Marie Esmond. Bask in the hushed thrill of gentle music from a live chamber trio ensemble, as our courteous and professionally trained waitstaff, each dedicated to a single table only, see to your every need with an almost supernatural level of attention to detail and finesse. Yes, there is dining out, and then there is the dining experience at Giacomo's on the waterfront, an occasion so unique, so immersive, and so perfect in every way, you may never even notice we don't actually serve food. Giacomo's on the waterfront, because sometimes just being there is enough.
Jason Gamel joins us now. He's president and CEO of the American Resort Development Association, the ARDA, and we're talking about the future of vacation ownership. Timeshares on the rise, apparently. Is that indeed the case, Jason?
It is, and good morning, Ron. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, you absolutely. There, just a little bit of information for you. They come as a surprise, but there are 10 million families here in the United States that own at least one timeshare.
Really?
And out of all those folks, 57% of them fall in the Gen Z and millennial category, which usually comes as a bit of a surprise to people who think that maybe the timeshare is only for the older generation.
Yeah. Well, I guess the thought is that in order to do a timeshare, you kind of have to be a little more settled in life, but not necessarily the case.
Yeah, it depends, right? I think people who've got the time to take a vacation, they have time to plan a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
It all lends, timeshare ownership could be for them.
Have timeshares changed since the prior generation? Has there been a tweaking or some type of an update?
Yeah, I would say that some of the things that you see today, some of the trends really that you see with timeshare developers, you really see timeshares for once being a lot more flexible than they used to. It used to be that timeshares were about going to the same resort year after year at the exact same time. Now, the products allow you to be able to reserve as little or as much time as you want for your vacation. That's a huge part of kind of what's changed. And I think also you see a lot more variety in the timeshare world. You've got a place that where resorts only aren't where they expect them to be, places where amusement parks, or you have places such as beaches, right? You also see them in big cities. You've got them in New York City, you got them in Boston, you have them in New Orleans, in areas that might be a little bit off the beaten path, like Moab, Utah. Mm-hmm. So, there are 1,500 timeshare resorts in the U.S., Ron, which gives people a lot of variety, and thousands all around the world, people to be able to pick the right one for them.
Now, what would be the difference between, if someone's interested in timeshares, the difference between a timeshare where you don't want to go to the same place every single year, the same week, what would be the difference between that and staying in a hotel?
So really, the biggest difference between just staying at a hotel and a timeshare has to really do with the space and resort amenities. If you take a look at timeshares, they generally are very spacious, multiple bedrooms, full kitchen, in-room laundry, and all the resort amenities, right? Pools, things for the kids who do putt-putt. You've got a lot going on at a timeshare resort. And similar to a hotel, you do have on-site professional management. And I think that's something that people don't realize and how important it is between either a hotel or a short-term rental. When you look at a timeshare, you get all of those things all wrapped up in one. So that's what I would say is the biggest difference, really, if people are looking for why should I stay in a timeshare versus a hotel.
There was a time where I used to hear advertisements for some companies that said, if you're having trouble getting out of a timeshare, we can help, which probably might have been the case earlier on, but where did that come from?
I think that really started a number of years ago when purchasers were out there looking for exit options when maybe timeshare no longer fit their lifestyle or forget their vacation needs. Now, timeshare developers offer their own programs. So you can go to their websites, or we even have a website called responsibleexit.com. That website that our trade association helped stand up along with our members provides customers and timeshare owners with all of this valuable information that they can find about how to either go directly to the developer to get out of their timeshare or reputable companies that they can trust who can actually sell their timeshare for them.
That's pretty cool. That's nice.
Yeah, we like it.
Yeah. And I guess, are the fees involved? Is it for housekeeping and that's about it? How does that work?
Yeah, there is a fee that timeshare owners will pay on an annual basis, the maintenance fee. It goes to all the maintenance and repair of the resort to keep it looking like new, just like the day when they bought it. There's also all that housekeeping is all put in there along with it. And so there's a lot that goes on as far as the fees they pay, but it also goes for keeping that property up to date and making sure they've got great vacation memories to be able to be made for years to come. Okay.
Is it that you're actually a part owner or a part leaser? What are you as far as that's concerned?
Well, me personally, I'm a timeshare owner.
Well,
but as far as the trade association is concerned, we're the ones who represent the major members of ours, such as Marriott, Hilton, Holiday Inn Club, Wyndham. They're all members of our trade association, and we're out there to help them in the public policy advocacy world, also in meetings and events.
Okay, wonderful, nice. Okay, now let's say someone was actually interested in this. Where would they go? Do you call the individual locations? Is there a central number?
If they're interested in buying a timeshare?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They've all got websites. They're all willing to take online inquiries. There's usually opportunities, and many of the various members who, say, are associated with the hotel brand, they have lots of offers that you can get. They got 3-day, 2-night experience to their resorts. You can take a look at the product, you experience it for yourself before you make any decisions of whether you want to buy.
Cool. Okay. So where can they go to reach your organization?
Well, we've got our website, ARDA.org. That has, you can go there and you can either download that white paper we just recently published regarding trends in the timeshare and vacation ownership industry. It's got all of our research. It also has all the information, latest and greatest headlines you ever want to see on the timeshare and vacation ownership industry. Perfect.
Hey, Jason, it's been fun talking to you.
Yeah, thanks, Ron. Thanks for having me on.
Well, that'll do it for me today. Thank you to my guests. Thank you to you. You form your own opinions here. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new program, but until that time arrives, well, I gotta tell you something. I wish you peace.